Hey guys, Eva Thompson here, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the trap. How people get intrusive thoughts about their relationship and end up blocking emotions, blocking feelings of love and appreciation for their partner, and then end up wanting to break up with them. So I got this question actually a couple of days ago, asking me to talk about this subject a little bit more, and I wanted to just take it from the beginning and discuss whether or not you should break up with your partner in order to heal. So getting into it, what I wanted to talk about first is intrusive thoughts and why they stick. Now, I've talked about this a lot, but I wanted to also address and discuss how blocking your feelings for your partner comes into this. So you wake up in the morning, right? Whether you suffer from relationship OCD or RJ, this video is for you. You wake up in the morning and you get loads of thoughts. I think the stat is that from the moment you wake up until the moment you go to sleep, you get like 60,000 thoughts, more or less, obviously. And these thoughts are just thoughts. So just like this bottle of water is a thought, so is the intrusive thought about your relationship. Like, you can think of a bottle of water and there's no emotion attached to it, no meaning attached to it, and therefore before you go to sleep at night you haven't got anxiety thinking about this bottle of water because it's no sort of threat to you. And when you realize that thoughts are just thoughts and there's no difference between this bottle of water or a bottle of water that you can think about in your mind and the thoughts that you're getting about the relationship that you're in, when you realize that all these are just thoughts, that's all they are, and you can understand now why you are in control, because you have given the meaning to the thought and you have attached the emotion to the thought, obviously unwillingly, and that is what causes the thought to come back. But when you understand this, you're able to realize that, okay, well, it really is just a thought and I'm giving it all the power because I think it's a threat, or, you know, I'm fearful of something. And what happens is, after that, so people get thoughts, and the thoughts, we've talked about this before, the thoughts that are emotionally charged, the thoughts that you are afraid of or that you think are a threat, or you've got anxiety attached to them, those thoughts keep coming back, right? Because your mind's trying to rationalize it or understand it, or on some level you may think that by overthinking something enough times, it's preparing you or it's keeping you safe for if it happens, which isn't true. A lot of the time, especially for people that suffer with ROCD, thoughts stick because they scare you. So just like someone that would suffer, for example, with harm OCD. Harm OCD is when you are worried that you're going to harm other people or other beings. So someone that suffers from harm OCD might look at a puppy and might have this thought in their mind of, oh, what if I was to like strangle that puppy? And that thought scares them, and they start thinking to themselves, what kind of person am I? Why would I even think that? What's wrong with me? Could I really do that? What if I did that? And what I remind people all the time is that thoughts like that stick because you are so the opposite of that thought. So just like if you suffer from ROCD and you get a thought of, what if I don't love my partner? What if they're not the one for me? When everything's fine and you're happy, that's gonna scare you, obviously. And you're gonna then start questioning its meaning and trying to understand, oh, well, what does that mean? I got this thought. Do you think it means that they're not the one? Do you think it means that I don't love them enough? Then you try to see if you love them enough, which is what blocks feelings of admiration, of love, of respect for your partner. Because the more you try and monitor and force feelings of love and understanding and kindness towards your partner so you can prove the thoughts wrong, the more you end up blocking those thoughts. And the more you think to yourself, or you wonder, should I break up in order to overcome this? So just to recap, because maybe, I know this was probably quite a lot. You wake up in the morning and until you go to sleep at night, you get over 60,000 thoughts. you know, thoughts that mean something to you and thoughts that don't mean something to you. Thoughts that don't mean something to you, like this bottle of water, come and go, and they probably don't get a lot of attention from you. Now, the thoughts that do get attention from you, the thoughts that you've attached some sort of meaning to, there's emotion attached to these thoughts, you're either fearful or you're anxious, or this thought makes you angry, keeps it coming back. Now, most likely, the reason that you're feeling fear and anxiety and you're so desperate to find out the meaning of this thought is because on why it keeps coming back is because it's so the opposite of you. So if you're suffering from ROCD and the thought is, what if they're not the one, what if I don't love them enough, chances are that it scares you because you do love your partner enough, whatever that means, and the thought of them not being the one, or the thought of you having to maybe break up with them, scares you, and it's so not you. And for people that suffer from RJ, I'd say the more you try and research the internet, and the more you try and like read threads on Reddit, I know people do that a lot, or ask questions in groups and stuff, you're trying to again prove this thought wrong. You're trying to prove that having ex-partners doesn't matter, or doing this and this or that sexually doesn't matter, and you're trying to prove the thought wrong. The more you do that, the stronger the thoughts become. Okay, that's also why people say don't feed into compulsions, don't ask questions, don't research, don't go on to like Google quizzes or whatever that are on the internet, like, oh, take this quiz and find out if the person that you're with is the love of your life or your soulmate or whatever. The more you do that, the more you're taking the thoughts more seriously, the more the thoughts feel more real, the more you try to force emotions of love and admiration, like I said before, the more you end up blocking them. And then comes a thought of, do I need to break up in order to heal? Now, the thing is, in my experience, it depends. If you want to overcome ROCD or retroactive jealousy or both, it's good to be in an environment where you feel safe. So if you're in a relationship that is toxic or unstable, and I don't mean to trigger anybody, but I just wanted to address everyone, because I've had clients where we're trying to overcome RJ and we're working on it, and the partner's constantly putting them down because of stuff that they've said in the past or done in the past, and there's just so much resentment and anger there, and it's unstable. And obviously my client's not able to heal from RJ if the partner that they're with is constantly throwing blame at them and making them feel guilty and reminding them of what they did in the past and what a terrible person they are. So basically what I'm trying to say is, whether or not you're trying to stay in a relationship in order to heal, it's totally possible to heal with your partner while you're in a relationship, as long as you don't expect them to fix you and you're willingly like taking responsibility for your feelings and your emotions and your thoughts. Then you can heal by your partner, but just make sure that you're in a safe place. By safe place, I just mean that you're with someone that is willing to hold space for you. Because if you are in a relationship and you're trying to heal from RJ or ROCD, and there's other things going on in the relationship that makes it quite unstable, in my experience, it's not very easy to heal if you're in a relationship that you don't feel safe in. So that's just my experience and my advice. At the end of the day, like I've said in other videos, you can use this to get stronger with your partner. The relationships that we get in are our mirror, and we can use that to our advantage, because a lot of the time with ROCD and RJ, obviously when you're single, you don't have these thoughts or these worries, you're fine. But when you get into a relationship and you need to get into a place where you're going to give and receive love and kindness and, you know, all these emotions, things can come up for you. And a lot of the time it's got to do with letting go of control, feeling like you deserve love, and that you are lovable enough. Because sometimes, especially with people that suffer from retroactive jealousy, you have someone in your life that loves you and wants to be with you, but for some reason you're having trouble accepting that and letting that in. So getting into relationships can bring up a lot of things for us, and We can either choose to break up and heal alone if the relationship is not very stable and you don't feel safe in it, or you can choose to heal while you're in a relationship. You can use it to your advantage because your partner is bringing up all these emotions and all these insecurities. So the way I like to see it is, when my partner brings up like anger or something, some strong emotion in me or anxiety, I always like to look at why this is coming up for me. What does it mean about me? And it's a chance to heal it and to overcome it. So looking at it that way, it's more the mentality of this is happening for me instead of to me. So my partner's bringing up these emotions for me to heal and get better, instead of, oh, what now? And, you know, my life is over, which I know it can feel frustrating in the moment, and you can feel quite, you know, it can be quite depressing, but that doesn't mean that you need to stay in that state. Now, I have made other videos on how to overcome RJ and ROCD as well. I will be making more in the future. Please also let me know in the comment section below if you've got any video ideas for me, anything that you'd like to see me talk about. I'd be more than happy to make them. And yeah, let me know if you've got any questions regarding this video. You can email me. My email is down in the description box below. Also, like this video and subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys next time.